Good morning, gamers! Welcome back to Hellstormwargaming and welcome to the morning news. I hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all having a good time. Thank you very much for tuning in. Looks like my microphone's actually working this stream, which is very good. Which is very, very good. But welcome. I hope you're all doing well. Thanks so much for popping by. Thanks for coming to say hello. My name is Mikey and we have a lot to cover today. We have a hell of a lot to cover today. So come in and say hi, say hello. This is the Pirate Radio, okay? I'm your presenter, Mikey, and you have to bring me all of the fancy news that's happening in your area, okay? You have to bring me all the news that's happening around, because I don't know. I've got no idea. But what I will do is I'll pause this, and I'll tell you today's headlines. Ah, why is he playing so fast? What the God damn it. Again. I'll tell you today's headlines. The headlines today are super big. Look, have you ever tweeted on main? Okay. Have you ever tweeted horny on main? We've all been there, but one account has been there and it probably shouldn't have. We've also got some politics to talk about because someone's getting sued for something, but also they might literally be the thing they claim to not be. Also, there's a new trailer from Software, which I thought I'd talk about. There's a open letter to Games Workshop. AI has been massive cringe again. And finally, I upset everyone. I upset literally everyone because I got my most viral tweet ever laughing at chuds. A million views on Twitter for laughing at dumb people. Oh, it's so good. It's so beautiful. There are the headlines today. But that is everything. So I hope you're all having a good time. Let me know what's happening in your area. Anything that you've seen on the internet that you think's interesting, do let me know and we'll try and have a look at it. And just in general, say hello. Tell me where you are and where you're watching from. Okay, where is your pirate radio today? There's one more thing that I forgot to bring up. There we go. Hello. That's a good one. That's a good one. We'll talk about AI cringe in a little while. Okay. Because I called him a transphobe. No, that wasn't the one I was referring to, but that one did do popular as well. That was also good. But hello. Let me say hello to everybody. Let me just get my chat up. There it is. Let me bring this up. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to the morning news. Good morning, Voodoo. Good morning, Frozen Howl. Vorpal. Hello, Jamartin. Diowag. Dr. Goblin. Big C. Good morning to you, sir. Clockwork God. Hello. Merc. Hello. Modcenary Q. Craig. I don't know what you did, but it apparently makes me upset. No, not you. Everyone else. Saltism. Hello. Hungry Bert. How are you? Rich Beeden. Morning wait for a call so I can go and get the keys for my new house. Oh, we love jingling keys. Hooray. Trying to resist buying every kill team ever today. I'm glad you finally picked up kill team. I'm glad you've found your feet with it. Chris Bailey, hello. Carry off. Mikey. Carry off. Is that what we're saying? Is that what we do this morning? We just say it as loud as possible. Hi, how are you? Andy Tech Dad, good morning to you. Cuz, hello mate. Hope you're doing well. Okay, I honestly, if you tried hard enough, you had the capacity to upset everyone. Proud of you. Thank you. I tried really hard. Big thanks to the gift and membership. Paying it forward now. So you should. We've got a membership goal, as you can see. We've got a member goal of 495 today. If we make the goal, I will... Where's my wheel gone? Wait. Where'd my wheel go? Hey, Hungry Bert, thank you very much for the gifted. Thank you so much for the gifted, bud.
Gifted member.
There we go. If we hit the membership goal of 495 today, I will spin the wheel and one lucky person in chat will win a cool prize. As you can see, there's some Blood Bowl Steam keys, there's some Vermintide 2, Tactica Steam key, Bolt Gun Steam key, Hellstormwargaming Dice Tin, stickers, paper. There's so much paper, okay? There's so much paper. All right, so we'll be doing a spin of the wheel, and if you gift a membership, you'll get a second chance to win with a marbles race at the end of the stream. Okay, at the end of the stream, we'll do a second race for everyone who gifted or donated or super chatted or whatever. So if you support the channel today financially, you not only unlock a free giveaway if we get to 495. Anyone who does help out with that will be in the marbles race as well, depending on how much you send in. So, where were we? Let me catch up. Monitor from Liverpool, it's raining. It is shit today. I'm limited in my loudness to be from being entirely made of text. Bro, you know what? Same, bestie. Pretty odd. Thank you very much for the gift of membership. Pretty odd. Appreciate you. I don't think I recognize your username unless you've changed it recently. Welcome. Thank you so much for the gifted. Look at that. We're only, what, 17 away from the giveaway. That's really, really close. Streamer. Hello, Joe Martin. How are you? How are you? I just want the paper to make the trip to Australia. If I have to send some paper to Australia, I have to send some paper to Australia. You know what I'm saying? I'm only shouting because I'm happy to see you. Welcome, Kirioff. How are you, mate? How are you? Thanks for popping by. So yeah, how to enter the marbles. If you gift a membership, super chat, become a member yourself, or anything else that pops up on YouTube in a big postcard thing, that will enter you into the marbles race. If you gift a membership, you'll get 1. If you gift 10 memberships, you get 10 marbles. That's relatively cool. How do you define financially supporting? So yeah, like anything that pops up on screen. Anything that pops up on screen, you know, a super chat, a tip via PayPal with a link in the description using AI voices. The only AI I condone is the ones which are funny, like Donald Trump. It's rare I can make the lies. Well, welcome, pretty odd. Westy, hello, mate. Welcome to the green name. If you haven't already, join the Discord. Where's the Discord button? There's the Discord button. Hey, Westy! Thank you very much for gifting membership as well. Thank you very much for becoming a member as well. Gifting membership, dude. That's very kind of you. I like your koala profile picture. That's very cool. Marbles copying Valorant. Valorant copied me! Time out. Time out. Take that. Take that! Valrak copied me with marbles. He didn't even know. He's never come with the original idea himself, alright? He just copies me. All the time. All the time. All the time. Makes me very sad. I do something cool, then Valrak does it and gets more viewers, and then it makes me want to kill myself, okay? That's kind of like the trajectory that we have. That's the trajectory. Mod abuse? Mate, you should have been there first. You should have been there first. Why didn't you mute them? Give them that 10 seconds mute. Green name's gross. Monkey Fat Mondays. Look, you're a problem. You're problematic, okay? You can have a minute. You can have a whole minute. The abuse that the abuse was that I didn't get to do it. Okay, yeah, fair. That's fair enough. If people are being cringe in chat, you need to mute them. Just get rid. We need to get rid of the cringe lords. All right, cringe lords. Monka, Monka W. Anyway, I hope you're all doing well. Thanks so much for tuning in. Again, my name is Mikey. For some reason, it says I have 2 viewers, but I don't think that's true. If there's more than 2 of you, say hello. If there's more than 2, it currently says I have 3 viewers, which I don't think's right, because it looks like there's way more people that are talking in chat. But for some reason, look, I'll show you. Look, it just says I have 3 viewers. 3 concurrent viewers. 30. 3 viewers and 14 likes. What's going on? What's going on? This is crazy. This is actually crazy. Is YouTube dead? Probably. Get ratioed. L plus ratio on these concurrent viewers. Did you know that becoming a member decreases your ban rate by 99%? Become a member now. This is the sort of energy we need to bring to chat. Refresh. Yeah, maybe. It's fine. I'll just pretend no one's watching. I'm always better. I'm always better when I pretend there's no one watching. Did you forget your meds again? There are only 3 viewers. Just imagine everything that's happening in chat. Also, first time I work from home on a Wednesday, so I'm going to be usually live. Welcome, Big. How you doing? How you doing? It looks like there's more than one person left. Mikey, feeling fragile this morning. Nobody mentioned how Tori is. Never again. Jace, never speak in this chat again. Never speak in this chat again! Calling me a Tory? I'm not a Tory. I've never been one. I would die. I bleed red. I don't bleed blue. I bleed up the reds. That's what we say about our political choices. Up the reds. Oh, but we have a bunch of stuff to go over today. There's going to be some, like, found knowledge needed, I reckon. Some found knowledge needed, I reckon. He's a Republican. Shut up. Shut up. Fucking Americans. It's red's good, blue bad. Alright? Red good, blue bad. Oh, it says I got 4 viewers now. Excellent. Excellent. 4 whole viewers. Montanary Q going crazy. Montanary Q going absolutely crazy, bro. No, I don't have a gardener. I don't have a gardener. I had one gardener one time, and my garden looks very nice now. Okay, I cut the grass myself yesterday. I should have taken a picture. I can't believe I didn't take a picture of myself cutting the grass. Mercenary! Mercenary's going crazy. Everything that insults me is getting blocked. Only say positive things about me, chat. Only say positive things about me. Anyway, power trip. I'm not doing anything. It's all back. As long as it's 10-second time, I don't care. This is an echo chamber. Welcome to the epic. Your gardener is lovely. Okay, that one can stay. That's a compliment. That's a compliment. Typical right-wing sensitivity. I love this. This is great. I love this. This is great. This is very funny. This is very, very funny. The GB needs a Warhammer. I am, because I'm so viral. I get as many views as on there. I get more views on my tweets than they get on theirs now. I think. Should I check? GB and Cringe Lords. Did they get 1 million views on their tweets? Oh god, no, 700,000. I'm more popular than they are now. Did you see that the Palestine protest with Priti Patel the other day? Absolutely hilarious. Absolutely hilarious, okay? Look, I know I'm getting political, but guess what? People shouldn't be getting killed every day. But look at this. It's so good. It's so, look at this. It's 2.5 minutes long.
I don't know if you might be able to engage with people. Hello. Just wondering if you'd like to have any kind of discussion at all with Suella today?
Hi, I'm Suella. I'm keen to.
Oh, Priti Patel. I said Suella Braven. My apologies.
Protesting about.
Nothing at all? No?
Interested in why you're covering your faces. Is it a code?
It's so good! Yeah, Suella, my apologies. So good!
Or a health measure?
King shit!
No comment.
King shit, let's go!
Or just from around the area, nothing? No? Fine, okay, interesting. Yeah.
It's so cringe. It's beautiful. It's so good.
Did you think that maybe people might engage a little bit with you? They feel very strongly
Well, these are supposed to be some of the brightest and the best students.
Why would they talk to you? All you do is lie and twist their words. Why would they ever talk to GB News?
And
get it, King. Stay silent.
Their views and expressing arguments.
So good.
And
so good.
Hearing their arguments.
Yeah. Anyone?
Engaging.
What would be your main question to me?
I'm really keen to hear what your message is to Israel. Interested to hear your message to Hamas.
No comment. Okay.
Do you think the hostages should be released now?
Really?
No.
Is there? No, we keep walking.
Not very
Don't know if you
Not
would
very
like to...
Get it, get it, get it, get it. Well done, well done,
Hi there.
well done.
Yeah, very nice. I'm Suella. Can I ask you what your message is to...
What's your message? He's got it on a piece of
Right.
paper and she's still asking.
Can I ask you what your message is to Hamas?
Oh,
Silence.
Is anyone willing to just explain a couple of bits and bobs? What you guys are doing
brilliant.
here, why it's so important to you?
this is how you
what the demands
protest
are
against
and anything?
news reporters.
No?
Vegan and nut fruit needed. Vegan and nut-free food
Oh, that's what it says.
is needed.
Right, well, there we go.
Morning, everybody. Hi, I'm Suella Braverman, MP, here to inquire about what you're protesting about and give you an opportunity to send your message onto national television.
No? Okay, all right.
Ah, so good. So good. Fucking get it, Kings. Get it. Look, if you're going to protest, that's great. Love that for you. Don't never talk to GB News. This is how you protest against fucking shit rags like GB News. Fuck them. Fucking cunts. But yes, also try to coax them into talking by just insulting them. Sounds his compliance. Just tell her she's a cunt and move on. No, but if they tell her it's a cunt, they'll just twist it and be like, look how horrible these people are to Israel and the Jewish, and they're all anti-Semitic. Okay? No, you can't. Just don't say anything and laugh at them afterwards. It's so good because they published that. They published that. I was with them until I heard they were vegan. You know what? Fair. All right. Everyone loves a bit of soy milk now and then. Just let them do it. Fine. Background info. She mentioned prior that she had high connections with Israel military. You know those on the other side of the protesters. Yeah, literally. You get demonetized for this? For what? Saying free Palestine? Don't think so. I think I'll be alright. I've known Mikey for many years, and I can confirm that he's a secret Tory. He drinks Bourgois drinks, no John Smiths. Alex, don't start fucking leaking, bro. Don't start leaking. Don't look. Alex knows my gardener. He doesn't. Don't do this. Don't out me. I don't even know what this word means. I don't even know how to say it. Bourgois. Bourgois. Chat, I don't even know what it fucking says. What does this? Chat, I don't even know what it fucking says. I'm not stupid. I just wouldn't say that because I'm not Tory.
Bourgeois. Bourgeois.
Bourgeois. Bourgeois. Bourgeois. Bourgeois. Got it. I don't drink bourgeois drinks, you prick. God damn it. No John Smiths though. You're laying the country down. Listen, I don't use fancy words, alright? Don't use these fancy words with so many letters and shit. Mikey's about to gain class consciousness. Maybe I am coming. That's what you trying to do. You're trying to indoctrinate me into being a Tory. You're so fucking Yorkshire, it makes me Good. Can't believe you're the one. You're one of those bolognese looking down on us. Why did you call me a bolognese? I'm so leaky. Leak your proletarian ruse. What? What is this? Look, imagine you learning this word too. I see you drink wine. You see me drink wine from the bottle? Yes. Divine. Proletarian internationalism. Sometimes referred to internationalist socialism is the perception of proletarian revolution of being part of a single Single global class struggle rather than separate localized events. You know what, based? Oh shit, it's communism! Ah! That was a little funny joke, everyone. That was a little funny joke. I'm just messing with him. What have you said? Bet you have sparkling water. Can't drink that. Can't drink that. I bet Mikey's sipping a Sancerre or a Chablis from that mug right now like a real Tory. Listen, it's Nescafe Gold. They're mocking morning news. Mikey reads the Communist Manifesto. So based. Oh, anyway, chat. We've got some news to go over. Okay. What happened to the man who drank Strongbow went and had a Greg's at 2 a.m? Miss him. Now he's middle class with a Garda and Nescafe. Bro, don't help me like this. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. I don't have a gardener. Nescafe's really nice. And it's like £7. How do you butcher French words so badly? I'm British. I hate the French. Why do you think I butcher it? We hate the French. That's how it's always been. And the French hate us. It's a mutual destruction. All right. I don't really converse with Georgie in French very often. Only a couple of times when we were in France. Mikey makes it so easy. Look, us, the French and the British understand that we do just hate each other, okay? But it's like a love-hate relationship. Someone at my door. 1 second. Shut up, I'm not a Tory! Is there a message on there? Please write on the bag. No. I'm not a Tory, I've got Greggs! I ain't no Tory, I've got fucking Greggs! I got the Greggs delivered to my house! It says, please write on the bag, no coffee time without coffee. Call me a Tory now. Call me a Tory now. Jamarty! Jamarty! Jamarty, what have you done? Where is he? Jamarty, what have you done? Paying and on his working to bring you food, sad face. You just dock yourself again. No, I don't think so. I definitely didn't know. Everyone knows I live in Sheffield, so that's fine.
Hope you enjoy the breakfast stud.
What the fuck? Jamartin, why have you sent me Greggs? Why have you called me a Tory and then sent me Greggs? It's a joke. No, it's alright. It's fine. Better to ask me because I just double checked. A real working class man will walk 12 miles. I didn't order it, but there is iced coffee. Because Jamartin said, what's your coffee order? And I was like, ice this time of year. But he's also sent me... What's this? A flat white with vanilla. Right, okay. He said it's not pressure. Is it all coffee? I don't know. Well, I'm going to enjoy the iced coffee. It's quite a warm day. That's good. I didn't know Greg delivered to me. Oh, look, there it is. They did write on it. No coffee time without coffee. Well done, Greggs. If there's no sausage rolls in here, that's not a real Greggs, and then you're still a Tory. I've got hash browns. I've got a pasty. Mate, I'm eating good. Mate, I am eating good. There's enough to feed the family of 5. Another pasty. Another pasty. I've had breakfast today. It's very hot, actually. It's like the fascist gets with the groundskeeper. I've got a sarnie. Oh, shit. Oh, let's go. Bacon and sausage sarnie. Let's fucking go. I'm eating Greggs for about 3 weeks by looks in it. Jesus Christ. I'll keep that one. I'll keep the sarnie out just in case. What pastry are we talking? It's just pastry. I don't know. What's in this one? Marty, why have you sent me so much Greggs? I want a fucking box of donuts. Let's go. Chat, I don't want a donut. I don't want a donut. Anyone fancy one? Marty, why have you sent me like 20 quid worth of 30 quid worth of Greggs? 20 quid worth of Greggs. I was a That's how you know I'm not a Tory. I said it's like 20 quid worth. It came to 22.
That's
there is
Greggs is to pay your gardener.
Thanks for the 5 times. 4 bakes and 4 filled donuts. Sausage, bean, cheese melt, chicken bake, cheese onion bake, steak bake, caramel custard donut, triple chocolate donut, and 2 pink jammies. Marty, why have you sent me so much fucking food? What the fuck? Thank you very much for the coffees. I really appreciate it. I'm not finished this one. I've not finished my Nescafe Gold. Right, look, guys, I'm not a Tory. I drink fancy iced coffee from Greggs. All right. Man, Greggs is cheap up north. That was 22 quid with delivery. With delivery. That would cost 150 quid in London. Thank you, Jamartin. I don't understand, but thank you. Have they put brown sauce on the sandwich? Oh, they haven't. Oh, thank God. They put it in a packet. I hate brown sauce. Baby. Cheers, everyone. Hates brown sauce. Sorry. Okay. I don't understand why I've got coffee and donuts delivered, but Jamartin, thank you very much. Very kind of you. Will enjoy. God damn it. Look, chat. I'm not a Tory, alright? I'm not a Tory, so shut up. Hates brown sauce. Did you want red on a bacon Sandy? You're right. Look, I don't have either. I don't like them. Barbecue, mayo. Red and brown, mustard. Mustard on the bacon sandwich. That'd be good. Is that a bam, batch, bap, or some other weird kind I've never heard of? Right, chat. Chat. What is this bread that I've eaten? What is this bread? Bam, bap, batch. Mayo on a bacon sandwich. No, not mayo on a bacon sandwich, but... What is it? Saltism knows. It's a bread cake, okay? It's a bread cake. It's not brioche. Fucking hell. That's Tory. It's a bread cake, mate. Tea cake, the one bar. Got deleted by Magoon. Dr. Donald called it a tea cake because he's from Barnsley. It isn't egg. There's no egg, so it isn't a cake. It's round, like a cake. That's why it's called bread cake. It's called a cake because of the shape. There might not be a right answer, but there's definitely a wrong answer. In Barnsley, they call them tea cakes. But a tea cake, in my opinion, has currants in it. Brioche's Tory, our last asked for it. I'm like, yeah, I'll pay another £1 to £2 for my bread to be sweet. Get a grip. That sounds like something a Tory would say. No, it's not. You'd never see a Tory call anything like cake. They don't understand what sweet is. What at Greg's there? How you doing, Bill? Bill, if you want to come round, mate, I got fucking loads. I don't know, still don't understand why. Bam cake, bam. Bun? No, it's not bun. It's not got no icing on it. It's cake. It's a cake because it's round. This logic. It is. Cakes are round. Bread's round. Bread cake. Take the fruit out of a fruit tea cake. What do you have left? You can just call it a tea cake, and when you've got no fruit in it, it's just cake with bread. Next time I'll order a meat and potato cake. What are you on about, meat and potato cake? Don't, it's a cake. It's a type of cake. All right, chat, 1 second. Chat, look. I need to ask you a very important question. I need you to ask you a very important question now. What is this? What's that? Not like the type. What is it? It's round, Mikey. It must be a cake. Shut up. It's the 20% you got gone. Thank you very much, Amati. You're a fucking legend, mate. Thank you. What's this? I'm waiting for everyone to say fucking cupcake, and I'm going to laugh at them. Fucking throwing it down. Fair play to that one guy who had to bring me Greg's. What's this obesity? It's a bun. It's a bun. So you can't call this. You can't call this a bun. You can't call this a bun because that's a bun. I'm sorry, what? It's a bun. B-U-N. Bun. A butterfly bun or a fairy bun. They have butterfly buns because they chop the top off and turn them into little butterflies. Quality warming content I learned on YouTube before. This is the news where I tell everyone who they're wrong. I told you I upset everyone. I told you I upset everyone. It's in the fucking title. Yeah, it's a butterfly bun. If you're from Yorkshire, butterfly bun. Look, butterfly bun. Because they look like butterflies. Butterfly cake, shut up. That has no alliteration. Butterfly bun recipe. See? Americans, read it in wheat. Carry off, why are you texting me? And also Jamartin. Right, wait. Carry off just sent me a voice message.
That is not a bun. It's not a bun. It looks nothing like a bun. A bun? It's not a bun. It's not a bun.
It's a bun! It's a fucking bun! It's a butterfly bun. It's got alliteration, mate. That's how you know it's right. That's how you know it's right. That's a cupcake with extra steps. No, it's a bun. Anything that looks like this is a bun. Alright? Bun. Cake bun. 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 Also, Marcus, thanks for the order. No, wrong. Bun cake. Bun. Bun. Nah, bun. If they're in little cases, bun. If they're in a bun case, it's a bun. All right, that's how it works. Cupcake also has alliteration. Nah, cupcake's one word. That doesn't work. Trying to think of what American equivalents of Greg's is, kind of like Dunkin', but not. I don't think America has like the equivalent of Greg's because they don't really do like pasties very much, right? Those are bun cake. I would accept bun cake, but it's a bun. My wife calls them cakes because she's Southern Fairy. It's a constant battle to get the kids learnt proper. Learnt proper. I love how we're just arguing about fucking pronunciation. About anything. Like, what is things called? Bread cake and buns, mate. Bread cake and buns. It's cupcake. No, Matt, you're wrong. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you say wrong. I'm going to unsubscribe to you. What's Jamartin saying? Jamartin, don't talk about this. What is a butterfly bun? He's circled out. He searched what is a butterfly bun and then circled everywhere where it says cake. This is hate speech. This is hate speech. Okay? This is all hate speech. Also, I don't know what you said. What did you say beforehand? Chat, what does this say? Chat, what does that mean? Is that an insult? Is that an insult? I don't know. Probably is. What is this conversation? What's the difference between buns and bread cakes? Meat pies haven't gone to America yet. That boat must have sunk on the way over. Do you have sausage and cheese passes? If not, I'm not interested. Is this a Warhammer stream? Do you watch any of my streams? Do you watch any of my streams, bro? Clearly not. No, it's not a Warhammer stream. It's a stream with me on it. So a 32mm basis round, is that a cake? You could use it to make bread, okay? You could, like, shape the bread. Or if you turn the base upside down and you put a round piece of bread in there, you would get a little bread cake, yes. So yes, yes, a 32mm base is a cake. Look, I know what I get from Greg's. I get a bacon cheese wrap, a cheese and bean melt, a sausage roll, and then I'm feeling spiced. I get those cheese bits. They do. Cheese bits? What cheese bits do they do? Burger bun has alliteration to it. American pilled. American Maxin. Love your models, can't watch you anymore. You're talking about me or Kirion now? I don't know. Never hated free speech more than now. It's true, 30% 40k, 20% drama, 50% of making fun of Mikey for being British. British! Someone, jokes aside, chat. Jokes aside. Someone... Oh, I just closed that. I didn't mean to do that. Now I can't time people out. Merc, you have to be on the case. I can't time anyone out. I put out a video yesterday about Age of Sigmar, as you probably know. You might have seen, because it picked up, right? Great video, okay? Great video. One of the comments... One of the comments... just can't stand the accent. Where is it? Couldn't handle the accent. It's fun. I never noticed it was Alex Jones. Okay. Didn't get any news, shaking my head. Look! I have to go get... I was going to do the news, but everyone keeps distracting me. Couldn't handle the accent, so I just said bottle of water. Tell me that's not a goat reply. Tell me that's not a goat reply. Couldn't handle the accent. Bottle of water. Ah, fucking hell. I love my job sometimes. My job's so good. Does no one else have the corned beef pasty from Greg's? I've never heard of that one. I'm siding with Suella. Alex Jones calls it a bun. He does. He does. Bottle of water. And I have to go to the shop to get some groceries, but get some poulet noir later. Or a nice Vonier. Have fun with the stream. I'll be able to catch you end. Fine. No, it's bait. Fine. We deserve Brexit. Age of Sigma. Don't you think it's funny? Don't you think it's funny that Peachy calls Age of Sigma? And no one calls him out on it. I'm calling you out, Chris Peach. Peach of Peachy Tips. It's not Age of Sigma, it's Age of Beta, okay? I don't know why he calls it Age of Sigma. Have you ever listened to anything he says? Love Sigma, hate chaos. Simple as. Big question, does YouTube give you subtitles as you talk? Yeah, they do. Sing my balls long, got him. Right, okay, let's do the news, chat. Let's do the news, alright? Have you ever tweeted on main very hornily? Okay. Have you ever been very horny you tweeted on main? Look, we've all been a little bit horny. We're all little randy devils sometimes, and that's totally fine. You know, totally fine. But, have you ever tweeted horny on main on your work account? Have you ever tweeted on main on your work account? Maybe. Well, guess who has? It's the fucking Angry Birds account. Because they had to put out an apology yesterday saying, we sincerely apologise for an unfortunate incident that occurred on our account. Recently, an inappropriate post was accidentally reposted from the account. This was a genuine mistake and we deeply regret any harm it may have caused. And the tweet that they apologised for was... Jelliqui tweeted at Angry Birds. I used to jerk off to Angry Birds when I was about 13. I loved Angry Birds, and I had every game and bought every toy they had. One day, one was playing Angry Birds, or I was playing Angry Birds, when all of a sudden, the big red bird turned me on. I couldn't stand it. I was going crazy. I decided to pull. Chaos points. I will do chaos points at the end then, yeah, definitely. So, look, we've all been there. We've all been there. We've all been playing a little Angry Birds and we thought we like to pull on the trebuchet and then we want to pull on our own trebuchets. You know what I'm saying? We've all been there. It's totally normal. But whoever's running the official Angry Birds account retweeted it. They fucking retweeted it. Oh, hilarious. Hilarious shit. Okay. Easy Fap completed it. You know them little piggies, they do something for me, you know? Those little piggies, they do something for me. That's what we'll say. Alright? But no, what does something for me? You becoming a member. You becoming a member in chat. And gifting memberships. That's what does it for me. When we hit the goal, we'll give away a Steam game or some dice or some paper. And if we get there, anyone who supports will get a second chance to win. Incredible work from whoever's running that account. True. Angry Birds is a catapult, not a trebuchet. Okay. Shut up. That was a funny little joke. Little piggies like David Cameron confirmed. Sorry. Sass, I feel like I walked in at the wrong moment because what the hell? You have walked in at the right time. Okay. When I was young, I used to date a lot of Angry Birds. Wee, wee. Can you imagine what an Angry Bird nut noise would sound like? You know what, Idiotic Synergy? I don't. I don't want to. How is the coffee? It's nice, mate. Thank you. Good coffee. There is a kink for everyone. Wasn't it a slingshot? Alright, fucking shut up, alright? Fucking hell. Look, it was a funny little joke about tugging off, right? It was a joke about tugging off. Are you going to correct me on the joke? Can you imagine just as a joke though? No, I don't want to. Can't you hear the bird sound as it launches from the slingshot? Is that? Do you think that's the noise he makes when he comes? When the big red one gets pulled off? My bird gets angry if I don't keep up with the goon quota. Fuck me. Fuck me. Anyway. Hilarious shit. Who the fuck refers to wanking as tugging off? What a Tory way of describing jerking the gherkin. I'm not even going to justify that with a response. What Tory masturbation ritual is this? My other account's my work account, so also yes, true. This has become unhinged. I love it. This is great. I've been really enjoying chat this morning. Chat's very funny, especially because it says I've only got 2 viewers as well, and everyone's just talking about what noise an Angry Bird would make as it comes, which is hilarious. This is the type of energy that I want you to bring to every stream. Okay, this is what I think you should be focusing on in life. You should focus on Angry Bird cum noises. Angry Birds jacking off. Angry Birds tugging the old trebuchet. It's not a trebuchet, it's a catapult. That's what you sound like, by the way. Anyone who insulted me for getting it wrong, that's what you sound like. It's not a trebuchet, it's a catapult. This is the chaos stream. True. Which is appropriate as apparently the app has been updated with CSM points. Yeah, I'm going to go through it after the news. I'll go through and do the points changes. This is the type of stream that helps upset everyone. This is even what I was referring to. I was like, I've got 1 million views on Twitter on one tweet. That's pretty funny. But no, talk about bread cakes, cupcakes, and being a Tory seems to get them more riled up. How do we know that the noises Angry Bird makes aren't nut noises? We don't. We actually don't. There is an Angry Bird cartoon. There are female characters. You sick puppies. It's a fucking tea cake. Shut up, Sass. Sass, I'm sorry. I love you. Shut up. Stop talking out your ass. It's tea cake. Tea cake's got fucking fruit in it. I've already told Alex off this morning. Not sure this is the tugging video Greg's wanted to sponsor. You know what? Imagine if I did get sponsored by Greg before Valorant. That'd be so funny. Anyway. Chat, that's the news from Angry Birds. Just a quick one. Now, I need to ask you a question now. All 3 viewers in chat, have you all seen Baby Reindeer? Have you all seen Baby Reindeer on Netflix? Because it's pretty big. It's in the spotlight. But if there's like 1 or 2 of the 3 people watching have say no, I'll give you like a quick rundown. No, never heard of it. No, but I've seen the drama. The fuck? No, can't afford Netflix. True. No Netflix. You can download it. Just illegally download it. I mean, you can. I'm not saying you should. I'm saying you are able to. As a fact, you are able to. No, but I don't care. Okay, I will give you a very fast rundown. What I will say is it's a little bit of a hard watch, but it's a very good TV show on Netflix. It's only like 7 episodes, like half an hour each, but I'll give you a very, very, very quick rundown, okay? We don't get good shows in Australia. Have you heard of NordVPN? I'll give you like the fastest rundown, and I'll give you the update of like where we're at, okay? So, yeah, it's like there's like a bit of trigger warning if you do watch it. I'm not going to go over the topics today, but it's essentially Baby Reindeer is written and starring and directed by a guy called Richard Gadd, right? It's a TV show, but it's based on a true story, okay? In this story, he basically works in a pub. He's like a failing comedian, and he starts getting stalked by a woman, okay? Like an older woman. She like assaults him. She like follows him around. She like turns up at his work every day. She like hangs about outside his house and stuff. And there's like some other stuff that happens with like a comedian writer as well, who like assaults him as well in lots of horrible ways. It is a good show, just like that bit is a bit of a hard watch. But the whole point of the show is there's this person who's stalking him, right? She's called Martha in the show. And she sends him, it is like, the line is she sends him like 40,000 email, 500 voicemails, 600 texts, 45 tweets, and 1 cup of tea. And that's kind of like the tagline of the show, okay? So the whole show is about, most of the show is about this woman who's stalking him and also his other problems that are happening in his life. Anyway, it's based on a true story. It doesn't use any real names. But TikTok being TikTok, when the show came out, they were like, based on a true story? I need to find out who that is. Okay, and they went, TikTok detectives did TikTok things, right? And the TikTok detectives think they have found the real person, okay? Because there was a person called Fiona Harvey. Now, obviously, I'm mentioning their real name now, but it's all over the news. She was on Piers Morgan last week, okay? Just to catch you up. Fiona Harvey was, like, essentially, allegedly, that's what people think, who think that character is based on. Because they basically found her on Twitter, and she tweeted Richard Gadd, like, 100 times within the space of a couple of months. And, like, no responses to her. But she tweeted him loads and loads of times. But then she, like, started posting on Facebook, just, like, some unhinged shit. Like, I've never met Richard Gadd, the writer of the show. I've never met him, never heard of him. I don't even know who he is. His dad's probably a paedophile. Like, very unhinged. Clearly someone who's not well, you know, like, not quite all there. Like, all the wind chimes are all tangled up type deal. I don't know. I'm trying to think of a phrase. I've got nothing. But anyway, she went on Piers Morgan last week and said, like, I don't even know who Richard Gadd is, okay? But I might have met him a couple of times. But the character that is based on me looks nothing like me and doesn't sound like me. And I don't even recognize the character. But they are defaming me with this character. And also shit like, I never even spoke to him, but I did have his number, but I've never spoke to him. But I did go to his comedy show, but I've never spoke to him, but I do know his parents. Type crazy. A few Maries short of a legion. That's a great one. So anyway, she went on Piers Morgan last week, and it was like honestly wild listening to this person talk, because clearly she's not well. But anyway, do you know how this is a very political stream? Because I'm bringing up Sir Keir Starmer now, because they've got Keir Starmer has gone to the press about Fiona Harvey, who is claiming she's the person being defamed by baby reindeer, okay? Because she sent over 276 emails to Keir Starmer in 8 months, calling him a stupid little boy. From Fiona Harvey in 2020 to Keir Starmer.mp at parliament.uk. Keir, cut the crap with me, you stupid little boy. You get elected leader of a non-party within 2 minutes. I get email calling me a racist from the housing ombudsman. I'm already complained, spelt wrong, about you to the standards commissioner, who, guess what, also does nothing. See, from now on, I complain about the slightest little thing. Your life won't be worth living. You do F all about anything. All I do is get abuse every 2 minutes of the day from your non-party. I'm sick to the back teeth of it. Sent from my iPhone. Which is a very funny bit from the sent from my iPhone. Is like a crucial part of the show as well, because she always writes sent from my iPhone, but she also doesn't have it as like an auto signature. She manually types it in the show, and how she's typed this email is also exactly how they had the character typing in the show as well. Hey, our boy, I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Our boy Starmer, not what we were asking, sent from my iPhone. So anyway, if you've not been keeping up with the drama, I definitely recommend just reading up about baby reindeer drama and watching the Piers Morgan interview, and then just seeing the fucking outline. You're like, won't live in it. It was just a joke. It's friendly banter. I believe it's Rentenboy. Yeah, maybe. So anyway, very, very funny. She doesn't have an iPhone. That's kind of like the joke. Well, not the joke, but the drama about it.
Hyperbole. It's a work of fiction. It's a work of hyperbole, as I've always said. It's a work of fiction. It's a work of hyperbole.
I never fucking watched Piers Morgan, but I had to watch. I watched that one through someone else. I watched someone reacted to it.
It's a joke. It was a joke.
Bum shots are the best. Fantastic ass.
It was a joke. It was a joke.
She doesn't know Richard Gadd, but she says she's got a fantastic ass, and it's just a joke. That's an example from the show. Anyway, I definitely recommend looking it up because it's actually fucking wild what's coming out from this person. Why is it titled About a Reindeer? Now I'm thinking I'm confused. It's called Baby Reindeer because that's what she calls him in the show. That's why it's called Baby Reindeer. That's the nickname that the stalker gives him in the show. If the TikTok community isn't finding out your personal details, then the Chinese government is. Yeah, but that's fine. That's fine. What the Chinese government didn't gonna do with my face? What they're gonna do with her face though? Who knows? Wasn't Baby Reindeer an act at Eurovision? I don't know. I'd watch the Hyperball. She doesn't have an iPhone. That's the point, bro. That's the point. So anyway, she's trying to sue Richard Gadd now. Even though she says she's never met him. The show's crazy. It doesn't mean anything. But also, it's defamation. Which is quite funny. Baby Reindeer, new Hellstorm nickname. Please do not call me Baby Reindeer. That is creepy. I've seen one episode that my wife was watching while I painted. Apparently there hadn't been any sexual assault in it before then. Yeah, like there is themes of sexual assault in that show like multiple times. But as a drama, it's like obviously those bits are quite hard to watch, but they're supposed to be hard to watch. So I feel weird for saying it's like a good show after just saying that, but it is a good show because of how hard it is to watch, you know what I mean? Please tell me Baby Reindeer is a new 40k faction. Sadly not. Rare Vision was Baby Lasagna, and Bambi Thug, as you were. Yeah, not quite. Close though. It doesn't have to be fun to be a good watch. Yeah, I'm just saying. I just felt a bit weird about saying it was a good watch after saying it had themes of sexual assault in it. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to say. I'm saying it's a very good show to watch. I'm not saying those bits were good. Anyway, so yeah, if you like funny drama, I would definitely tell you to keep up with it because it's a very interesting watch, and I feel like it's going to be quite big. I think there's probably going to be a very public lawsuit about it. Whether it'll go through or not, I have no idea. But yeah, it's pretty wild to be honest. But have you all seen the Elden Ring trailer? I really want to stream Elden Ring playthrough number 2. Do you remember I streamed my first playthrough of Elden Ring? And I remember I got it and Georgie was away and I played until like 5 in the morning live. I haven't seen the trailer yet, but I have it here. Should we watch it? Vote for Destiny 2 DLC. What the fucking year is it? 2011? Software brilliance.
Mikula the Kind spoke of the beginning. The seduction and the betrayal.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I bet she calls it a bread cake. I bet the narrator calls it a bread cake.
An affair from which gold arose. And so too was Shadow born. What followed was a war unseen.
Hell yeah, look how beautiful that is.
One that could never be put to song.
Let's be honest, this is just Elden Ring 2. They just didn't want to release a second one. This is gonna be fucking huge. Action 1, get that bomb out, lad. It's Tarnished 1 in this game, you dickhead. Tarnished. Foul tarnished. I'm so excited for it. I'm so fucking hyped for it. If they release this and then Age of Sigmar releases like the week after, I will not care. I will be playing Elden Ring. All right, you listening, Games Workshop? You listening? Don't you fucking dare try and release Age of Sigmar during the week of Elden Ring DLC. That'll be the worst thing you'll ever do ever, okay? Delay it. Delay it. Delay it.
A purge without grace or honor.
Hell yeah, dude.
Of Messmer's flame.
Bit of infighting. Oh. Was that Garrosh? Was that Godfrey's lion, or was it just like just a normal one, just a generic one? They will now just mess with me. They'll be messing with their entire marketing budget because it'll be all be wasted because no one will give two fucks. Okay.
And so kindly Mikula would abandon everything.
I just want to say, this is probably the most lore for any From Software game they've put out ever. It's 3.5 minutes long. About 30 seconds of it has been black screen, and I'm still none the wiser, but I'm so hyped.
His golden flesh. His blinding strength. Even his fate. But we are not deterred. We choose to follow. Will you walk with us?
Holy shit, it looks so good. I'm so fucking hyped for it. I'm so hyped. That's going to release, like, I reckon. I don't know. I have no idea. But I reckon Games Workshop are going to drop AOS 4 on the 22nd. Because if they did, that would be the exact same weekend that they put pre-orders for 40k out, and it'll come out 2 weeks later on the 6th. I've got a hunch, okay? I've got no extra information. They don't tell me anything until the week before, right? I've got no hunch. But I reckon they're going to drop it the day after. They're going to be like, pre-orders 22nd. I'm going to be like, what are you fucking doing? Oh, I'm so hyped for it. It looks so good, man. Looks so good. AOS 4 dead on arrival purely because this is coming out. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Fuck yes, dude. I'm in. I'm so hyped for it. What was your highest guy in Elden Ring? I can't remember now. I think like 200. But I'm probably going to start a new character. We were going to do seamless co-op stream, weren't we? But then my PC started collapsing. Is your PC fixed, Kirioth? Because if you said to me, like, do you want to do stream ends when we beat Elden Ring? I would be game. I would be very fucking game. I've asked Elliot, but he'd have to take time off work, so I don't know if he'd be able to, you know? I, like, mentioned it to Elliot as well. But if Kirioth said, don't you think, if Kirioth said, we could do a stream ends when, stream ends when we beat Elden Ring, that would be sick. That would be very cool. We could sleep on stream, it'd be cute. Please, you couldn't do bolt gun. Listen. we could, well, I'll sleep on stream, okay? I'm going to put a bed there, and I'm going to sleep on stream. The only reason the stream will end is to start the stream again, because I can only stream for 12 hours at a time. We could do that. It won't take, what, 2 hours? What could it cost? $10? Sleep on stream will work, yeah. That wouldn't count as ending stream if I'm still live whilst asleep on the floor behind me. Right? Maybe one of those weird lies that people try and pay to wake you up. Could be funny. Send super chats, keep waking you up. Yeah, definitely. The ASMR of Mikey snoring. Mikey, are you expecting another Bolgun stream where we find out what the new DLC is going to be at Skulls? Depending on what it is, yeah. Depending on what it is, yeah, definitely. You'll have to get the body pillow down for it. I'm tempted to do it, though. I'm tempted to do a sleep on stream type, stream doesn't end type thing. I was going to do it for Bolgun 2. Maybe we do it for Elden Ring if Kyrios up for it. Because that could be fun. That could be really, really fun. Hard, but fun. I was skipping all content to elevate myself. Yeah, true. But yeah, I want to start a new character. I'm just concerned about the mod working day one with the DLC. I physically can't sleep in this room, but I'd be down. Well, you don't have to sleep in the room. You could just, like, do whatever. I'll be like, I'm sleeping on stream. You know, I'm just going to put an airbed down and call it a day. You know? What could it take? 2 days, tops? 2 12-hour days, tops, maybe, to complete Elden Ring? If you're not doing all the extra side quests because you've already done it. Beat all the major bosses. Then again, if the DLC is like an extra game in itself, maybe 3 days. Maybe 3 days, tops. Speaking of Skulls, I'm going to have a bet CA announced Total War 40k during it. That would be pretty wild if they announced Total War 40k. I don't think it's anywhere nearby. I know there've obviously been leaks about it. I'm checking the page to see if the guy who makes the mod is going to support DLC. Okay, dude. I don't know if like the game will get like a huge update or not, so I don't know if it'll still work. But if it does, that'd be sick. Room is around 30 hours long with 11 main bosses. Yeah, so if you add the DLC... Oh, is that the DLC? The DLC is 30 hours long. If there's 2 of us, that's like 15 hours. Easy. That's like a day. Did you hear that CI are apparently working on Total War Star Wars? Yeah, I did. There's been loads of leaks, and there's like Star Wars, Warhammer, 40k, a couple of other ones as well, which is quite exciting. Under post, there's a massive all caps message saying, yes, the mod will be updated for the DLC. Brilliant. So yeah, we'd have to, I guess we'd have to wait for the update. That'd be a bit annoying. How about a challenge? Kyrios versus Mikey, who finished the DLC first. Lose has to shave their beard. I wouldn't do that to Kyrios, but also I would be single afterwards, so... It could take 5 minutes, but it could take a week. Guess they won't know until they see what the update breaks. Yeah. Yeah, but because I've been wanting to I really want to replay it. I'm a bit gutted because I backed the Steamforged Elden Ring board game as well, but it's been delayed until February, which is really shit. So like I'm really excited for the Elden Ring board game, but it's been delayed until February. So I'm a bit like, oh, all the Elden Ring, the second wind of Elden Ring hype is going to be dead. It's supposed to be out in, it's supposed to have it March, I think. We could do a DLC prep stream where we play the base game seamless. Yeah, maybe. We should chat about it. I'm a single dad. It's not too bad about all the single mums hitting on you. I enjoy being with my partner, to be honest. I don't really want to know what it's like. Won't lie, Nick. Love you. Big love. However, I'm happily in a relationship and I'd like to keep it that way. I quite like the person I share a bed with. Well, maybe we could do like, yeah, like do the game first on the run up. And then do the DLC straight after. Elden Ring board game, they have a model for Best Dad Godfrey. Yeah, they've got like quite a lot. I did the full backing. It's quite funny because I did obviously a bunch of promo with Steamforge. And then with the money that they paid me for the promo, I spent it all on the Kickstarter. It was great for them. They essentially just paid me in a pledge. Which will cost them nothing. Well, especially every penny that I earned, from that week of helping them promo Elden Ring, I spent it on fucking Elden Ring, which is very funny, very very funny. And watch it, they'll email me like a week before it comes out. Say, "Do you want a sample copy?" I'll be like, "Yes, honey." I need that model. Which one are they? Godfrey, Steamforge, Godfrey. Have they done Godfrey? Can't remember. You're not talking about the one by a 3D print of one, are you? I don't see it. Beat Radahn pre-nerf? I did, yeah. I don't want Elden Ring, I want Bloodborne 2. I want Bloodborne 1, mate. Well, you're in a happy relationship, what's that like? Don't know, mate, but while I've got my beard, it's going to keep lasting. The most important choice in Elden Ring is, do you let Gideon Ofnir do his speech or do you rush him and slap him before he can start casting? First time, let him do his speech. Second time, just hit him. Just hit him as fast as possible. If they make a role for him, I just loved his character after I spent several days getting suplexed by him. Yeah, he is really hard. Oh, I'm trying to think what the hardest boss I found. I think I actually did Melania quite quickly, but I did summon someone for it. I did summon someone. I don't think what the hardest boss I found was. I think it might have been Godfrey. Actual Godfrey. Are you saying your partner is only with you because of your beards? No, I just think she would find me less attractive if I didn't have a beard. I've got no chin, bro. I just shave one in. Anyway, we've got to talk about some AI cringe now. I don't think I'll even get to the fucking bit I wanted to talk about. We've got some AI cringe. And we've got some... me laughing at people on Trench Crusade. Did you play Remnant? I saw that on Game Pass. I haven't played it there now. I love an AI cringe segment. Let's do an AI cringe segment. Then we'll do Chaos Point. How's that sound? Shall we do that? I've been involved to it if I shaved, and my beard is the other thing that has my multitude of chins. Yeah, true, mate. True, based. Same, bestie. Lady was rooting for me because I played Join the Rivers of Blood. You know who I struggled with the most? It was Malekith. Malekith is fucking brutal. Malekith was brutal. He was so hard. So hard. Yeah, and come to think of it, I'd actually blocked that from memory because it was so difficult. Malekith was fucking brutal. Fucking just the second phase was awful. Nothing ever been harder than Ludwig in Bloodborne. I only played half of Bloodborne, which is really gutting because I owned a PlayStation, but I borrowed Bloodborne from my brother and I didn't manage to finish it. I got to the point, and I only vaguely remember it because I've only played it once. I got to the point where you can actually see, is it the amygdalas? The things that are kind of like, wait, they're like invisible until a certain point in the game and you can start to see them. Like the big fucking Cthulhu things. I got to that point, then I never got around to finishing it because my brother wanted the game back. That's like 2/3 done, so that's how far I got into it. I really enjoyed it. I just didn't, at the time, I don't know what I was doing. I think I just started the channel, you know. I think I just started the channel. I was playing loads of Warhammer, so I didn't have time to finish it. So my brother wanted it back and never got around to finishing it. Linear, it felt like you couldn't make progress against him. Malekith, I still don't really think I know how to find despite beating him a few times. Yeah, it's just fucking chance, it feels like. Anyway, thanks for hanging out, everyone. I've got 0 viewers currently, which is very funny. 0 viewers and no members? What the fuck's going on? What the fuck? Anyway, let me find it. I'm sure I had a tweet. Did I like the tweet? There's a tweet I really wanted. I couldn't find. I don't have. I liked a lot of tweets yesterday. I was having a quick scroll so we can find it. There was like a video. Was it on TikTok? It might have even been on TikTok. One whole viewer. That's me, baby. Here it is. Found it. We're gonna have to chat. We're gonna have to go on TikTok. We're gonna have to go to TikTok for this news, baby. So last week. You might remember something go broke. Oh shit! Yeah, okay. Sorry, I've got to update my microphone. Now I know that I can put random little bits and bobs on it. You might have noticed my little Gengar, which I realized I was like, oh, I've got to put it on the back. I can just twist this so you can see it. There you go. I'm the one viewer. I've got something to add after upsetting everyone last week. There we go. There we go. How's that? Maybe on the bottom, maybe. Chat, what do you reckon? What do you think of my new accessory? Smashed it. Speaking of Gengar, have you fallen down the Pokey Rogue rabbit hole? I was going to cover it in the news, but I don't know enough about it. I know he might have stepped down now, but wasn't the creator a massive transphobe? Isn't like the creator of Pokey Rogue a massive transphobe? Potentially. Anyway. I'm not Tory. I know I'm not woke. I'm not Tory. Leave me alone. Anyway. Last week, we watched the demo of OpenAI, which is obviously the new ChatGPT model that was released last week, ChatGPT 4.0. And what they showed off was that the AI model now responded and spoke to you rather than just being a text-based model. It's now a voice model as well. It's all AI-based as well. However, something that I kind of didn't notice at first, but only realized just afterwards, that the voice sounds very familiar. Very, very familiar. Now, only on TikTok will we find this. Let's have a listen to this. Can you tell the difference between these two voices? There's no sound. Where's the sound? Chat, why is there no sound? It works, because that works. Does it? That did work. I don't know why the sound's not working on TikTok.
Can you tell the difference between
there we
this
go.
voice
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking.
and this voice?
Hello, I'm here. Hi, I'm Samantha.
If you think they sound similar, you're not alone. Scarlett Johansson, whose voice you hear in this clip,
Good morning, Theodore. You have a meeting in 5 minutes.
from the 2013 Spike Jonze movie Her, has launched a legal inquiry into the new ChatGPT 4.0 Sky voice
Hello, I'm really excited about teaming up with you, and I'm all set to dive in.
because it sounds so much like her. No pun
Which it does. Have you noticed how close they
intended.
sound?
4.0 Sky voice.
Especially those two. If you think Scarlett Johansson.
You have a meeting in 5 minutes.
From the 2013 Spike Jonze movie Her, has launched a legal inquiry into the new ChatGPT 4.0 Sky voice
Hello, I'm really excited about teaming up with you, and I'm all set to dive in.
because it sounds so much like her. No pun intended. Johansson said she was shocked and angered that the company would use a voice that confused even her closest friends, and asked lawyers to look at how OpenAI crafted the voice. This comes after the actor declined the company's request last September to voice its assistant. OpenAI CEO Sam Altman has hailed the movie Her as inspiration for ChatGPT's future, and even tweeted its title on the day of
ChatGPT's voice is clearly deeper though, but it's so close, bro. It is so close.
T4O's release when they showcased
It's going to sound different because it's generated by AI. It's using previous inputs to work out the voice. So it's going to sound slightly different, but it's so close that you could say that it's very similar and probably based on her.
Sky voice. In a statement, Johansson said the tweet insinuated a connection between her voice and the way the new voiced AI sounds. OpenAI said it's working to pause the Sky voice that sounds like Johansson while the confusion is sorted out. The voice already sounds different in some parts of the app.
Today's weather varies significantly across different regions.
But at the time this video was produced, it still sounded like Johansson in the voice selection settings of the ChatGPT app.
Hello, I'm really excited about teaming up with you, and I'm all set to dive in.
So that is that's what's happening with AI at the minute, because there is a letter allegedly from Scarlett Johansson, and it says, last September I received an offer from Sam Altman, who wanted to hire me to voice the current ChatGPT 4.0 system. He told me that he felt by my voice in the system, I could bridge the gap between tech companies and creators and help consumers feel comfortable. With a seismic shift concerning humans and AI, he said he felt my voice would be comforting to people. After much consideration and for personal reasons, I declined the offer. 9 months later, my friends, family, and the general public all noted how much the newest system named Sky sounded like me. When I heard the release demo, I was shocked and angered and disbelief that Mr. Altman would pursue a voice that sounded so eerily similar to mine that my closest friends and news outlets could not tell the difference. Mr. Altman even insinuated that the similarity was intentional, tweeting a single word, her, a reference to the film which I voiced, the chat system, Samantha, who forms an intimate relationship with a human. 2 days before the ChatGPT 4.0 demo was released, Mr. Altman contacted my agent, asked me to reconsider, but before we could connect, the system was out there. As a result of their actions, I was forced to hire legal counsel who wrote 2 letters to Mr. Altman and OpenAI, setting out what they had done and asking them to detail the exact process by which they created the Sky voice. Consequently, OpenAI reluctantly agreed to take down the Sky voice. In a time where we all grappling with deepfakes and the protection of our own likeness, our own work, our own identities, I believe these are questions that deserve absolute clarity. I look forward to resolution in form of transparency and passage of appropriate legislation to ensure that individual rights are protected. So that is allegedly from a letter from Scarlett Johansson. And as you can see, yeah, he just tweeted last week, her, probably referencing the movie starring Scarlett Johansson, which he has used his fucking as in the fucking voice. And what's funny is because he's under a lawsuit now, he can't go around deleting tweets. He can't delete any tweet or it'll look really bad for the lawsuit for him. So this, just a shiny beacon of outing himself. These tech bros are so full of themselves. They think they're untouchable, but surely this has to be a fucking, like, admittance of fault of, like, saying Her, having ChatGPT, him saying the movie Her is like inspiration for what we want ChatGPT to be, saying Her, then the week after releasing a voice that is so close to Scarlett Johansson. That's so weird. So weird. Just like that when you touch on micro, it goes buzz. Oh shit, that's not good, is it? Oh, it might need grounding. That's annoying. Thank you for the heads up, though. I really appreciate it. I thought it was hovering, but it's clearly not. It's still touching somewhere. I might need a new cable. I'll try a new cable later. I don't see where it's connected, though, because they're both... It's not the sticker. I don't think so. It's not the badge either. But it's just fucking wild that you can have someone like outing themselves so obviously here. Robert Evans saying, who's my new best friend? He retweeted me last week. This really emphasizes something I've been pointing out for a while. Altman's goal is to basically steal the rights to an entire creative output of the human race. He will try to grab everything he can, but when people push back against him, he's remarkably easy to do so. Because he just outed himself. He just outed himself. That's all it is, you know? We had the fucking weird flirty AI voice when he was trying to do his maths homework or whatever. It sounded very flirty. Almost started talking about what he was wearing and started telling him to take it off by the sounds of it. And now it's come out that it probably is based on Scarlett Johansson, which is very cringe. Very, very, very cringe. But it's just wild. It's just wild. The AI bro's just fucking trying to steal everything from everything, anything that moves, anything that touches, anything they can make money from. They're just trying to steal it. There has been a statement from Sam Altman saying, the voice of Sky is not Scarlett Johansson, and it was never intended to resemble hers. We cast the voice actor behind Sky's voice before any outreach to Miss Johansson. Out of respect for Miss Johansson, we have paused using Sky's voice in our products. We are sorry to Miss Johansson, and we didn't communicate better. So they've kind of like, and she's got a response to it. No, that's the original response. That's the one we've already read. So it'll be interesting to see the development for the AI bros, because all it does is just steals from people, you know? All it does is just steals from people. He said he wants ChatGPT to be based on, or the inspiration of ChatGPT is based on the movie Her, starring Scarlett Johansson as an AI model. And then the first voice that they demo with, and the first voice that's like the default one, sounds exactly like her. Very strange. They cast someone, then ask ScarJo to do something. Do it. Exactly, yeah. Nothing will change. They'll take out the references to Her from their system, then when it goes to court, they won't find anything. Yeah, but if there are, because it's already public, they will have, because it's already public, if they start deleting stuff now, it'll look really bad. It'll just look really, really bad. I'm going to try this other coffee that Martin bought me. Wait, there's no... Wait, what? Chat, are we in a simulation? There's no hole in my coffee mug. But how do you know they've deleted it from what the AI uses? Because there'll be an update log. They'll have to give all evidence with all update logs. Chat, why is there no hole in the coffee cup? Is this a simulation? It's still warm. It's fine. Is it porridge? It's coffee. It's cold. It's cold, so that's why there's no hole in the lid. Are you what are you saying to me, bro? Also, chat, something that I thought of. No, don't matter. I'm not gonna say it. Don't matter. But AI is just out there to steal. AI is just out there to steal from us all. Okay, the world is gonna change so quickly due to AI. I really thought you'd ordered iced coffee. No, the other one was iced. I didn't order it either. But actually, last week there was a video. By Nade Straight that is called "I Lost My Job to AI This Week." You know, there's the video called "I Lost My Job to AI." So I thought we could have a look at this and see what's going on.
I don't know if
it's like semi-viral for this channel because he's got 20,000 subscribers. Most videos have like 2,000 views. This one has 700,000. Unless it sounds identical to her, though, I don't see the issue. If you close your eyes and think Scarlett Johansson, to me, it sounds exactly like her. To me, it sounds exactly like her. If you said that's Scarlett Johansson, I'd be like, yeah, it is. I agree. Well, let's see what's happening with this guy.
Live commentaries anymore where they talk about something that's happened in their life and the background is, you know, gameplay.
What, we're playing Halo?
That's what this is today.
Oh, let's go. Playing Halo Infinite.
Something a bit different. It's still Halo gameplay as you'd expect from this channel. But the topic of discussion is that I just lost my job. And I lost it to AI, which is very unfortunate. I think many people joke about the, you know, the fact that, oh, AI is going to take all our jobs and we're all going to get replaced, and especially within my industry, which is graphic design.
Oh, no, bro. Oh, no. He's in graphic design. He's in graphic design and he's getting replaced with AI.
My job, I've been a graphic designer for the past 8 years of my life, and I've worked at this specific company for 6 years. You would think that being one of the longest running employees, being there 6 years, having a wage increase almost every year and being very much valued because I was the only graphic designer left, you'd think they want to keep me on as much as possible. I mean,
and then it's when one Midjourney account subscription is £10 a month. Just one subscription will save us like 20 grand a year, if not more. Oh, this is awkward. Oh, this is so bad. This is so bad.
I barely was allowed to take holiday because I was the only designer. So if I was off, then nobody could cover for me, and the company ended up with work stacking up. However, over the past 3 months, I'd say, I've noticed that my schedule at the company became like less and less cluttered, and it got to the point where I was getting paid for a 7-hour and 30-minute day, and some days only doing 2 hours of work, which obviously was great for me. I loved it. Got up at 9 o'clock because it was work from home as well. I'd do 2 hours of work and I'd have nothing left to do for the rest of the day. Maybe some revisions / amends would come in at like 3 or 4 o'clock. I'd do those for 20-30 minutes and that'd be my day. I'd essentially do between 2 and 3 hours of work and get paid for 7.5. It was great for like 3 or 4 months. And then, yeah, on Monday this week, I got told that I'm being made redundant. And I was thinking, how could this be possible? You clearly need a graphic designer. The company I work at is a marketing agency who does email and web designs for clients.
Oh no. They're just getting ChatGPT to write all the emails. ChatGPT is just writing everything, and then they're going on to Midjourney and going, draw me something for a client for this. The client's like, here's what we need, and they copy and paste it into Midjourney. He's literally saying he didn't have any work and he's surprised they let him go. Yeah, but why don't they have any work if it's a marketing company? And it's probably because they're using AI.
And
I'm sure we'll find out more context.
I was a bit confused on that one. And then I did a bit of digging, asked a few people, and it turns out basically all of the material that I've provided over the past 6 years is now being fed to AI and templated. So a design that would take me 30 minutes now takes AI 30 seconds, as it's been trained on all my templates. Essentially, I think it just literally reuses my templates and then They can input the hex codes they want the email or the website design to be, drag and drop in the client's logo, upload the client's font, and boom, it will generate my template, but using their brand assets. And I thought,
that's really brutal. That's the thing. It's not like he's going, oh, why they made me redundant? They're not giving me any work. Why aren't they giving him any work if he's the only graphic designer? And it sounds like it's because they're fucking using AI, you know. And especially if they're taking all of his old work and using that as a base model, that is brutal. That is so brutal.
You know, it makes sense from a business point of view, but it's extremely scummy. It puts me out of a job. My immediate thought was, well, let's go to some competitor companies and see if they're looking for designers. I've looked at between 10 and 15 competitors, and every single other competitor is doing the exact same thing. Some of them even boasting about it on their website and going as far as simply inputting your website URL. It will extract all the assets and learn about that website, and then artificially generate email and web templates for your brand. That is insane.
That is so brutal. This is the thing. It's just gonna, people are just gonna keep using AI to undercut each other and undercut freelancers and stuff like that. Because freelancers are fucked, right? Freelancers are fucked. You like don't pay a marketer, a graphic designer, everything like that, and they'll just go, well, it'll be this much, and they go, well, AI is free, you know. I could just do it with AI, unless you want to do it. So yeah, you get paid pennies. But this is just only going to get worse, and more people are going to monetize using AI to a point where every fucking knows how to use it. It's all going to be dog shit. But you don't pay someone for their time, but for the skills and the knowledge. See the engineer in the Hammer story. Yeah, that's the thing. You know, like you can pay a guy, like someone could come do something in 8 hours and get it done, or someone could do it in 1 hour but be paid at the same time because they did it in 1 hour. You know. The problem with isn't the AI, but it's the people who use it. Always the people. It's always the monkey behind the keyboard.
Like, email and web designers are going to be completely out of jobs this year. Like, it just removes the need for us completely. And I think the graphic design industry is where most people cracked jokes about AI taking over. You know,
can I just say, the thing dangling on the gun is really annoying.
oh, AI generation can't do it. It messes up the hands, or it gets things wrong, and it clearly looks like AI. But those days are past us. Like, AI progresses incredibly fast, and I've used some of it myself to see if it actually works. And I've asked some people, like, you know, hey, here's this drawing I did as a concept for like a video game character or a weapon or an environment, and they can't tell that it's AI anymore. It's progressed so far that I genuinely think within the next 6 to 12 months, many, like thousands, even tens of thousands of graphic designers will lose their jobs. And it's a serious problem because it's the main skill I have. You know, I've been a graphic designer professionally since I was 19. I'm now 27, about to turn 28, so almost 10 years of my life. I went to college for this. You're going to tell me that I literally went to college for something that's now going to be redundant in the industry?
All right, just to be devil's advocate, bro, it's college. You not got university debt for it. You went to college. We all went to college. It was free. Well, no, that is very, very brutal. You know, this is so brutal because like that's the thing. It's all AI is going to be used to do is going to be to undercut people, to undercut and like farm out little bits of work, and it's just you're going to keep hearing more and more stories like this. The more and more the AI progresses, which is obviously good. Like, technology will only ever progress. We can never go, oh, actually, it was better before AI, we'll get rid of it now. American colleges are uni. He doesn't sound American. Does he sound American to you? He sounds very British to me. Does he sound American? I thought he sounded very British.
What am I supposed to do?
It sounds like, Yorkshire.
My fallback plan is literally a retail job, which I obviously don't want to do.
He sounds like he's from Rotherham. Don't want to do. He sounds like he's from Rotherham, lads. Well, I don't think he's American. Does it say on his video? Lads, he's from Rotherham, mate. Bet you. Next goal is 10,000 subs. He's got 18. United Kingdom. He's from the UK. My greatest thing of being made obsolete is having a GCSE flash animation, bro.
I have minor experience in game design, but nothing that will land me a middleweight job. I'd have to get an entry-level job and take a massive pay cut of probably £4,000 to £6,000 a year. It's an incredibly difficult position to...
He's fucking British, alright? Like he tried to dox someone just to prove they can identify an accent. I'm not doxing, sure.
Be in. I have a house. I have a mortgage to pay. I have bills. I thought I was financially stable. So I have a couple of things on finance because obviously I thought I had money coming in every month. And the redundancy pay I will get will cover me for maybe 3 to 4 months, and then I'll be out of money. So I have 3 to 4 months to figure out my situation, which luckily is a decent amount of time. But other people won't be so...
Why is everyone just telling him to become a plumber? You can't just go, oh, you've been sacked, become a plumber. I was like, plumber, Sparky mechanic. You can't tell him to become a Sparky.
Fortunate. The only reason I get a good redundancy package is because I was there for 6 years, right? Some people who have only been at a company for 1 or 2 years will not get a good...
He sounds like Southport. He's not a Scouser.
It will be 1 month's wages and they send you on your way. And that's how it works in the UK. I don't know how it works in other countries. It could be worse. So, yeah. I mean, I'm not stressing too much right now because obviously... I'm good for a few months. I can look for jobs, and I do know that obviously if I absolutely have to, I can land myself some kind of retail or warehouse or sales like entry-level job, and I'll have enough money to survive. However, this like growth of AI in the industry is gonna completely destroy like my hopes and dreams of becoming a senior or like creative lead at a company, having my own juniors underneath me, apprentices, stuff like that. Like, that is my realistic goal. Obviously, my unrealistic goal is to run my own company or do YouTube or something like that. But my realistic goal with the skill I have would be a senior/lead design position.
That's the thing, because he's basically like, it's so true, because at this point, because of like fucking the job market in the UK is so fucked anyway, and everything's so expensive, that yeah, he could get another job and survive, but is surviving living? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, he could go work at Tesco, he could go work at Amazon or whatever, and just drive a van or stack some shelves. But then that'll be on like a minimum wage, a minimum income. He might be able to survive. But that's not enjoying his lifestyle, which he has now, which obviously is if you've worked up into a position where they're paying you good money, then that's fair, you know, that's fine, it's great. But this is just like, just shit, because survive, not thrive, exactly. This is just shit, because like, again, it's just AI, people going, well, this new tool that we can use, it looks shit, but we don't really care because we think it's still magical. And ultimately, people are just going to try and cut corners and save money like they always do. Look, if you want to take one thing from me that I learned working a real job before I became a stupid YouTuber begging for members on stream, all right? Become a member so I could afford to live, so I could survive and thrive rather than just surviving. One thing I learned from the workplace, that is what my old team leader used to say, there's no medals for heroes at work, okay? There's no medal for heroes at work. And I always thought it was like kind of funny, but it's so true, okay? It's so true. And you don't get rewarded at work for like overperforming. Sometimes you get a promotion if you're very lucky. A lot of the time they dangle a carrot in front of you, and what they do is they like, well, if you do more work, we'll pay you more eventually. If we do more work, you'll get paid more. And the thing is with it is like, people dedicate so much into work, you know, which is fine. You want to you enjoy your job, or you want to get promoted, or you want to do whatever. They get you invest so much time and energy into work. But what I learned in the middle of a pandemic, okay, in the middle of a pandemic, everything's closed, right? Nothing's open. They're getting free money from the government. They still make people redundant, you know? They still make people redundant, like me, okay? They're just like, as soon as they need the money, they will drop you like a hat, okay? Just like this lad, you know? They will drop you like that. So never get emotionally invested in somewhere at work. That is just something I would never recommend. Be invested, go to your work, work as hard as you can, but as soon as you are done, drop it, okay? Forget about it. Because they will replace you as soon as they can. You know, they will replace you with a robot, like Anime Man says. They'll replace you with a robot. They will start using AI, and if they need a fiver, they'll drop you first. Okay, it's dog shit. It's honestly dog shit. So yeah, there you go. There's my little tidbit from working a normal job, because I was made redundant in the middle of a pandemic, and it's like, I don't know if the world's ever going to go open up again. You know, everything's shut. You're not allowed to go outside your house unless you're going to a shop. And if you do go outside your house, you aren't allowed in any building. And they went, yeah, we're probably going to make you redundant, mate. And I was like, oh, great. So, fuck him, okay? And I went to engineering. I was like helping the minds of the youth. I was helping the youth, the Gen Zers, all right, to do cool projects, to make robots. I was like working with the NHS. I was like fixing like 3D printed limbs and like helping people research into 3D printed limbs to literally help people who had like lost a limb or lost an arm or whatever, or lost a leg. And they went, yeah, you're probably going to get made redundant. I'm like, cool. I always remember the phrase, if you got hit by a bus, a job advert would be online the next day. Exactly. They would mourn you. They might come to your funeral, but they will be like advertising to replace you straight away. Okay? No medals for heroes at work. Never forget that, all right? Never forget that bit.
And it seems like that's less and less likely to happen now because of the rise of AI. So yeah, as I said, I understand it from the company's perspective. I spoke to my boss about it. I very much understand his point of view. And letting people go isn't easy, but look, if you can let go of a couple designers and you save yourself tens of thousands a year, I do understand it from a business point of view, but it just sucks that this technology exists. So yeah, that's my current situation. It's not great.
That's so rough.
The past 40 to 50 days have been terrible for me. I've lost my job. I had a secondary side business with my friend selling little plush toys. He's pulled out of that, so that business might not happen anymore either. And then my video game, which was like a third-person Halo game called Cross Planet, is also...
Bro, don't call it a Halo game. You get sued.
Also no longer in production because of disagreements and conflicts within the team. A couple staff members didn't agree with things, couldn't align and have a clear vision, so the project is ending after 3.5 years. So my whole schedule as I know it has been torn from me. I have 24 hours in a day and absolutely 0 of them are allocated to something. I'm just
except for Halo,
completely free.
Gotta get those out. Gotta get those headshots in Halo, though, right?
Some may see it as a good opportunity to change my life around and dive into something new, but that's dangerous and quite scary. My boss told me that if he thinks that I would be happiest if I freelanced or if I ran my own business. Obviously, those things are true, but like I said, I have a mortgage to pay and bills and stuff like that. And freelance is not sustainable for some people. You might have 2 months where you're extremely successful, and then you could have 5 where for some reason you just struggle to sell. In that situation, I would quite...
Same, bestie. That's my entire life. You know that, don't you? That's my entire life. Sometimes I'll do really well, and then other times I'll just get like 5 months of fucking dead, mate.
I literally lose my house. So... It's an extremely scary thing to dive into. I don't think any of my family would recommend trying to use my redundancy pay to keep me alive and start my own business. It's just it's not the ideal situation.
Did he kill himself?
Is the last thing that I'd try and do. So
man, I really want to play Halo now.
Yeah, that's it. There's the live comp for today. That's the situation I'm in. Does leave me with a lot of time to do YouTube. I think what I'll probably do is maybe take, take a week or two to myself, and then after that, I'm going to be heavily looking for another position and see how it goes. So maybe over the next 2 weeks, we'll see more YouTube videos or something. But the chances of YouTube turning into something that actually brings in money is very unlikely. I do make a bit of revenue from YouTube, but it's nothing really.
Get those Halo sponsors in, bro.
£20 to £40 a month, which is absolutely not enough to even pay my food. Never mind to pay my mortgage. My YouTube channel is nowhere big enough. It's just the money that I get from YouTube is enough to buy myself a nice pair of shoes at the end of the month, or I don't know. It pays for something like a bit of food, or maybe if something needs repairing, or I want a new game, Yeah, it's
that's so brutal.
It's rough. So hopefully May and June, prove to be more positive. We'll see. Yeah, thanks for watching this video, and goodbye. If you're a graphic designer watching this as well, man, I highly recommend learning some new skills while you can. And don't ever template things. Don't provide the company you work for the templates. Claim your work takes longer than it does.
Yeah, it's
so
so
that you can have time to yourself to look into other jobs.
So stop being cringe and beg
do
membership.
whatever you can
right?
against the company you work for.
Has he got a membership? He doesn't even have
at the end of the
members.
day, companies don't.
He doesn't have members. He doesn't have a Patreon. What's he expect? What does he expect? Fucking hell. That's so brutal. What was he doing before? Yeah, brutal. 100 views. 1,400. I made Halo videos for 10 years, 83 views. This is brutal, bro. That's so bad. But then the follow-up, exactly the same length of video. What's with 1136?
Hello. So this is a bit different. Usually it's gameplay such as Halo on the screen, but I wanted to do a quick 1 or 2 minute intro to this video with my face, just to say thank you for the support on the last video. It's not often that I do the face cam stuff. I do occasionally, but I think this warrants it. The video that I posted a couple days ago has 3,100 views, 128 comments, and 265 likes, which puts
it's
it
on 700,000 now, I think. Was it 700,000? Like almost 1 million views? Yeah, 700, 750,000 views now. It needed to follow up at 3,000 views. What the fuck?
Hello. So this is a bit different. Usually it's gameplay such as Halo on the screen, but I wanted to do a quick 1 or 2 minute days. But it doesn't happen often, and in this particular reason, it's happened because everyone is coming to show their support, and I thought that it was warranted that I, drop a thank you in my face. Just to give a bit more clarification on that situation, because I do see a lot of comments with people saying things like, can't you sue them for copyright infringement, or aren't you entitled to royalties because you made these templates for them to use and stuff. That's just not how it works in the UK. I'm assuming a lot of you are American, and maybe it does work like that over there. I'm not 100% sure. But when you're employed by someone, any work that you produce under that company is therefore copyrighted by that company. I own nothing that I made at that company. I was designing for clients that they brought on. My task was simply design stuff, provide it, move on to the next project, and that's what I did for 6 years. These templates that I made originally were for myself. I realized that, for lack of better explanation, clients would be onboarded, which meant that they get an email package, a microsite package, which was essentially like a small website, and a couple of email templates to use to get them going in their marketing campaigns, right? That's the basic summary. And every single time I would make one of these setups to onboard somebody, it would take me 3-4 hours to do so. And I thought, how can I speed this up? So I just made a template, which I would then reuse 100 times over. So a lot of these clients ended up having like the same template, but what it meant is that work could be done in 1 hour, maybe even 45 minutes, in some cases even 30 minutes for these onboarding setups. Which meant that it got to the point where
he optimized himself out of a job, by the sounds of it. He optimized his work so much until to a point where he didn't have a job anymore. That is really brutal. There's there's an old Reddit thread, years old now, where it's a guy had built a machine. Essentially, there was copying data into a spreadsheet. That's essentially the job, taking jobs and copying them down onto a spreadsheet and taking all the information. And he built a bot that would do it for him, but he still went in every day, sat there for 8 hours, and then went home again, and didn't tell anyone he had a bot doing it. I think it was on Festhole or something, or some fucking burner account. But essentially, his whole job was to copy invoices or something along those lines into a spreadsheet. He just built a bot to do it for him. So it used to take him 30 minutes to get the bot up and running and let it do its thing and then done. But he used to be there every day. But if he's optimized his job, but then given all the assets on the optimization thing tools to his work, then he's kind of screwed himself out of a job. You know? I did the same in my old job, but didn't tell anyone and pretended to work longer. Yeah, exactly. That's what you're supposed to do. Don't tell them.
I was doing
keep hold
3
of it.
hours
Keep it to your
work and
chest.
getting paid for 7 and 30 minutes. I was getting paid for 7 hours and a half and doing 3 hours of work. And this went on for quite a few months, possibly even to a year. And I didn't really tell too many people. It was.
I thought he was Yorkshire, but then he said yeah.
Created as a way for me to essentially work less hours, be more efficient, and get paid more money. I got a rise in the past couple of years as well. The incentive was there for me to do those things. I didn't realize that one day when, for lack of better words, when shit hit the fan and the company needed to save money, they would get rid of somebody who made these things for them to optimize workflow, be more efficient. And
yeah, he just shouldn't have told anyone.
At the end of the day, look, the company doesn't, they're not obligated to keep me. They don't owe me anything as much as I don't owe them anything. It's a contractual agreement that I get paid X amount of money for doing work. I just do what I was asked.
That wasn't it, to be fair.
And that's it. They're not doing anything illegal. They found a way to remove a cost, me, and replace it with automation, which is either free or very cheap on comparison. So yeah, that template is now going to be used and automated. Something that took me 30 minutes to 1 hour will now take them 30 seconds to 1 minute. And that's just the way that this industry and many others are going. It's not illegal. So yeah, the clarification on that. I can't I can't take them to court or sue them or anything like that. It's just not how it works. That's movie talk. And even if I did try something like that, even if I went as far as unfair dismissal from the company, it would cost me a ton in legal fees and I would probably lose and I'd be in a much worse situation. I'd rather part on somewhat good terms because I understand the situation. I've told them already, although it sucks for me and I wish they could keep me and I wish there was something else I could do. I do understand it
Killed
from
himself, bro.
their position.
Bro.
So yeah, it's a smart thing for them to do, although it sucks for me. So that's it. I will just move on. I take my redundancy package, which is a few thousand, which will keep me going and able to pay my bills and things while I look for another job. The job that I look for, I don't know what I'll do. I could apply for a competitor, although it will probably end up in the exact same scenario, whether it's 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years down the line. I could apply as an internal designer for a brand where I'm only working on their brand rather than for an agency where I'd be doing different brands every day. That work would be a lot more boring, but it usually comes with a bit of a higher pay and a bit more job security, so I'd take less interesting work in return for the fact that I'd feel financially stable. Or I could just go back into a completely different field, such as retail, which obviously won't ever be, I mean, not ever, but not anytime soon, be completely overtaken by automation. There's plenty of jobs in
self-service checkouts and a couple of bots and he's done for. Imagine putting a video out on the internet saying, I worked half a day for a full day's pay though, employees will love him. No, I think he's kind of going a bit too hard on bragging about that, But most jobs are like this. Most jobs in that sort of industry are like that. You know, things take a lot. Things are quite quick, can be quite quick, and people won't say otherwise. That's just kind of like the no-brainer thing to do. He's kind of saying like the quiet part out loud, which won't make him very hireable in the future. But it's still brutal that they've kind of like taken all of the work he's done and then they're just using it to profit from it. You know, and they're going to keep doing it without him, make him redundant. It's just a bit sad because it's like on one hand, yeah, he's saying the quiet part out loud. He's saying that like, well, I reduced my work time loads because I had all these templates, but then like they obviously want to save funds. If they finding that out and they're going, oh, we're paying this guy 7 hours a day, spending an hour on work, then they're obviously going to fire him. You know, get rid of him. I'm always on the side of the little man against the companies, but he's not making it easy. No, exactly. As I say, it's saying the quiet part out loud, definitely. Definitely saying the quiet part out loud in this video. The first one was bad. Selling to sue is such an American way of dealing with things. Yeah, the American culture is so litigious. Of just like, sue. It's financially responsible from the company, but then promotes employees to be hyper-vigilant in regards to work responsibilities and extra work. Yeah. All of my old programs that I designed, because essentially I used to be I worked in engineering and I used to be a programmer, right? So I used to, essentially, how it worked is like I worked with like late year students, like third year students, and master's students and PhD students. And they would have like a project idea. I can't really talk about the projects because one, there's so many to talk about, but two, also I'm probably still under some sort of form of contracts for like NDAs and stuff like that, but I can just generally talk. But essentially, I used to build machines for testing. So they would come up with an idea for some sort of test. Like an example is like fucking trying to burn a motor out using putting different weights, like uneven weights on it. That's like one that was like finished years ago. But like, they would like come up with an idea. For example, burning a motor out by putting uneven weights on the axle. And I used to build a machine with like a bunch of different types of sensors to sense and test and like record data of like how that machine broke down. You know, did it get really hot? Did it start like spinning at a slight angle after a little while? You know, how quickly did that happen? Did the thing on the thing attached to it stay attached and whatever? And I had to build loads of software to take in that data. Okay, I used to have to build a bunch of software to record that data and output it into a spreadsheet, essentially. But then essentially I made what's known as virtual machines. So it'd be like a virtual like control panel for these machines. So they get like a front end program, they get a piece of software, but I had the original software, which is like can be edited and stuff like that. So what I did is I never gave them the programs. I always gave them an output. I gave them the final program that couldn't be edited. They always like, can we have the full thing? I'd be like, nah, bro. And that wasn't even a fear of AI. I just didn't want them to fucking cut me out. Because as soon as they know what I could do, they'll be like, and they've got what I could do, they'll get rid of me. You know? And all I used to do was like someone else would come like with a really complex project. They'd be like, yeah, we want to fucking heat this thing up, and we want to see if it bends. And I'm like, whoa, heat sensors and another bend sensor, another strain gauge. Wow, that's going to take another 3 months. And it's just, I'll just take the fucking old software and just fucking rejig it, give it a new front end so it looks cool, send it out. And you do the same thing as this guy, you know? You say it's going to take you a month, it takes you a week, if that, you know? We all did that. We don't fucking say it online. I went for myself now. The only person who's getting fucking ripped off now is me. Alright? And people not becoming members. But like, yeah, it's just like what you do, but yeah, just never give up the back end stuff, you know? No matter what you do, if you're working for a company, never give up the back end stuff. They don't need it. Okay? Just say, I'm here, come and see me about it. The feat of an unbalanced centrifuge instills is one not easily forgotten. No, exactly. We had one where they had like so it wasn't soundproof and it wasn't like a bulletproof, but it was like a testing chamber, right? And there's like a fucking motor spinning at God knows what RPM, very fast. I built this machine, but also built a bunch of safety gear on it. So what I could basically talk about is that, like, do I have to? I'll MS paint it, right? I'll MS paint this shit and show you. So this one I can talk about. This is fine. This is ages ago. This is like not long after I started working there. Right, so they had like a motor. Where's brushes? They had like a motor, right? Just a fucking standard motor. You've all seen one of these before, with some things to hold it to the floor, right? And then they had like the axle, and they had a camera here. This is a camera. Okay. And what they did, they attached something to the front, right? But it wasn't round. All right, Thor, calm down. EMS paint, shut up. It wasn't round. It was kind of like this shape. It's like no, it was like an oval, but it wasn't that shape. It was more like. It was like a circle, but it was like more elongated. It wasn't even. It could have looked like a propeller. It's a weird shape, all right? It's a weird fucking shape. It's a weird shit shape. That's what you need to take away, okay? But essentially, because this was obviously spinning at like 15,000 RPM or something stupidly high, maybe even faster than that. This was like taking pictures, and it had like a dot on it, right? And it was like taking pictures of how fast it was spinning and how the axle, because they wanted to see. This is really the fucking... Look, I know this is probably boring to a lot of people, but maybe you find it interesting. So essentially, I had this like axle weird shape thing, and they were trying to see if it bent the axle of the motor, because essentially, like, it started doing this, right? They wanted to see how quickly and how fast they could make it do this. So I built an enclosure that essentially went over the top of this, right? Almost bulletproof plastic, so they could there was like a hole cut out here so the camera could still see, right? And it had a little switch here, right? And a cable going to the machine. Okay, so you had like a machine, right, which is just a computer, but on here it's like picking up the pictures, right? And then it's got like a tick to say that the enclosure is on it, right? And all the enclosure bit is essentially how all these like you know, like if you open a microwave and it stops and stuff like that, a lot of in the industry, it's like magnets, right? It's like there's like a limit switch. Not even like a limit switch. It's like two magnets. So if they're together, they allow a current through. If they're apart, they don't. So if this bit, essentially there's like two pieces of magnet here. If these are apart, you know, like that, because you've lifted it up and they're like that, this goes no. But if they're together, this goes tick. So what they did, because they were like fucking about with it and like testing the motor to make sure it was working, they couldn't be bothered, these students, to put the enclosure back over the top because it was very heavy. It was so heavy. It was so heavy. So what they did was just they got like this fucking thing on the floor that was like there so they didn't kill themselves, and just bammed a fucking magnet on it so that it worked. And then they span this fucking thing at 15,000 RPM, and the big lump of steel, which weighed about 7 or 8 kilograms, fell off at 15,000 RPM and just bounced around the room. It was honestly insane. It literally, this is the enclosure, it fell off and just went bam, 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 bam. Destroyed everything. They were... They were fucking postgrads. But they just fucking... Because they bypassed the safety feature of it. So there's like a big investigation that I had to do loads for, but They bypassed. Thankfully, they put it in a room, which was it was like a testing chamber, but it wasn't designed for impact. It was designed for soundproofing because they were spinning motors really fast, so it was like super loud. So it was like a soundproof chamber, but because they'd taken the thing off and then turned it on anyway, it just like fucking fell off, and they just like went and fucking around the room. Now, if they'd left the chamber thing on, it would have destroyed exclusively the motor. They would have lost like 700-800 quid. But it destroyed the computer, it destroyed the room, it destroyed other people's testing thing, because there was like multiple tests going on in this room, because it's like one big room. It destroyed all of those, and it was like 7 grand worth of damage, not including the cost of the room, because they never bothered replacing it. But it was very funny. It was very, very funny. And then they asked to see my code. I was like, no. I remember. It was so funny. It was so funny, because they were like, we need to check the code to make sure this works, right? To make sure it works properly, because your code might be the problem. And I said, no, watch this. And I picked up the magnet that was still in the room, put it on the switch on the breaker. I put it on the switch, and then a big green light came up on the code, and I said, the code's working fine, the problem's that magnet. Did anyone get hurt? No, thankfully not. No one. I wouldn't be talking about it if someone got hurt. so I literally, they were like, this is why it's all tied, we need your code to test it. And I said, no, watch this. Picked up the magnet that they left on it and gone, think, and then you got the green light on the fucking software that said it could run. And I said, that's your problem. Whoever put that there is the problem, and that wasn't me. But yeah, it's fucking crazy. So never give them the back end stuff. Never give them the code. Never give them nothing, right? They don't need it. They only need it to try and fuck you over, all right? Never give it to them. Never, ever. Oh, man. Hilarious shit. Actually hilarious shit. Don't want making your teeth for Pictionary. Look, it's very hard to draw with the mouse, okay? I'm better with a pencil, definitely. Definitely better with a pencil. If you get in the back end stuff, then fuck about with it, break it, and fix it. Ask you to fix it anyway. Yeah, that's pretty much how my early projects went. So I just didn't stop bothering. But yeah, I have them all on my computer. I've got a hard drive down here, which has all my old software on it. They don't need it. Is the view account broken? Is mine's only saying 3 people viewing? Yeah, it's been broken all day. Or that or I fell off. I'm not sure. I think I fell off probably. But I have been live for quite a while now. I've got a call that I need to make, so I'm probably gonna have to end early. The last thing I wanted to talk about, which I thought was kind of funny, I'm not going too deep into it, but last week, the whole reason for the title is last week I upset all of the chuds all at once, which is very funny. Because I tweeted this. Allegedly, there's a game called Trench Crusade, which chuds have tried to co-opt as the new based Warhammer. And when a bunch of them tried to join the Discord for it, the mod said, you know we have women in this game. And they all got banned and cried about it. Hilarious shit. So I tweeted that last week because I thought it was funny. I thought it was hilarious. And as you can see, it's got 1 million views. She's very funny. It's got a fucking million views. Because there's like a Discord, which is part of the 28M, which is like a magazine that kind of has like loads of little 28mm games that are like alternate games. They're kind of like all band together. It was like super. There was like people joining it, and then one of the mods said, "There's girls in this," and then they all like started flipping their shit. And to a point where someone said this didn't happen, where I read this, which is not sure it's relevant, but when I joined yesterday, there were some folks in intro chat saying they came in for 40k. One of the team posted, there's women in this game, which is promptly deleted, but it left a bad taste in my mouth. And this, I blanked out this person just because I didn't want to include them. I didn't want to drag them into the drama, but this is the tweet I saw. And the thing that made me laugh that just said they got angry about it was, just got word the team is made of Californians. Which I thought was hilarious. And that just said them getting mad because they're trying to claim they're Californians because someone joked and said there's women in the game. And they all fucking got mad at me for saying this. So I said this and they got mad at me again. I was just like, are you fucking stupid? They tried to claim they're Californians to try and say they're woke AF. because they said there's women in the game, which is very funny. Very funny. So this is definitely DOS code. Shut up! Sass. Georgie already called me out for it. Georgie called me out for it. 83 likes. But this is definitely my most viewed, most interacted tweet, which is fucking hilarious. It is so funny. So anyway, Trench Crusade sounds fucking sick. It sounds so good. But they made a new Discord, and everyone got mad about this now. We welcome no politics, but we welcome all people of all LGBTQ friendly welcoming, all walks of life. So now they're fucking they're fucking angry about this. They're trying to say that trans people are political, which is not true, obviously. Gender isn't political, and if you think so, you are an idiot. We will not tolerate racism, homophobia, or xenophobia of any kind. To a point where one person, Trench Crusade, will not let me in their Discord because I misgendered their mod in a video. I told them I would not call a man a woman. So I call them a transphobe because that's what's known as being transphobic, which also popped up, which is very funny. Well, anyone want to bet these fellas are from Texas or Alabama? I'm not going to bet anything. You can work that out between yourselves. But yeah, so Trench Crusade is just fucking blowing up right now because all the fucking most horrible people you could think of are trying to be like, it's Warhammer but based. It's based Warhammer. And then they're just like, yeah, but we like people who respect other people's decisions and how they want to live their life. And we don't advocate for people being absolute arsewipes, and then they get mad about it. But it looks really cool. I not really heard about this game until last week, but then I was looking through the lore primer, and I was like, the artwork for this is very sick. It's very sick. This is just like Bloodborne Wargame by the looks of it. Like fucking the artwork's really nice. I haven't had a full proper read through, but it's something I'm definitely interested in. It sounds pretty good, to be fair. Them not being pricks is just a cherry on top. Yeah, exactly. Like fucking this. So the imagery in this game is so good. But all the fucking chuds have had to make their own Discord. They've had to make their own Discord because they're getting booted from the other one for being fucking arsewipes. So I'm kind of interested in this game. I'd be interested to see like a full release for it. But it looks fucking... It's like dark fantasy, but also mixed with a bit of like fucking military grade stuff. Look at that. That's so sick. Like, what the fuck is this? I want it. I don't know what it is, but I want it. It's so like body horror, like Kiriov. This would be right off the Kiriov street, let's be honest. Is this just a World War I Warhammer? Maybe. It's more like, it's got like some more religious tropes in it though. Walking church, yeah. But it seems very cool. Like, fucking look at that. That's so sick. It's giving Silent Hill vibes. It's giving a lot, like, yeah, it's got a bit of Warhammer, a bit of World War, a bit of Bloodborne, a bit of Silent Hill. Baby on an ammo belt. Oh, yeah, there you go. Baby on an ammo belt. I missed that. It's very cool. It's very cool. But just be aware that the chuds are trying to co-opt it, but the designers are actively trying to kick them out, which is great. Like, what is this? What is this? I love it. And they're trying to claim go woke but go broke. I'm the problem. Go woke, go broke. This just gives me fucking Dark Souls, to be honest. It gives me big Dark Souls vibe, to be fair. That's so cool. Love that Knights are so sick. Yes, I think they're kind of kickstarting models, or they've started to kickstart models, but like shit like this just goes so hard. Never heard of this until this stream, but now I'm interested, right? Very Kingdom Death without the pinups. That's actually so true, Sass. That's so true. It just looks really cool. It's a popular genre occult World War I. There's a few systems covering it. Well, there you go. What fucking angry owl with tits? Like, what? What is going on in this picture? It's spooky as fuck. Join us in the trenches, Pilgrim. Looks great anyway. Happy, yeah, definitely happy. Looks really sick, but just be aware there's a lot of knobheads joining it, so if you're going to join anything, make sure you join the official stuff rather than the fan-made in inverted commas. But that's it today, chat. We didn't hit the member goal, so we won't be doing any wheel spinning on marbles, sadly. We'll hopefully hit it next stream. But I will be live again tomorrow for the game reveal, which will be very sick. And I'll be live Friday with Big C, and we've got Tao on the stream. We're doing a live battle report with Tao, which is going to be very, very sick. Going to be very, very sick. So make sure you tune in. I'm currently on the lookout to see if I know anyone with an Emperor's Children army that can borrow. Maybe with the new points, which would be very cool. But I've not been able to find anyone just yet. But maybe we'll find one soon. If I can't find one, I'll probably play Death Guard. How much do you need, and does it need painting? Yeah, I was wanting just Lucius and a couple of Noiseberry squads for Friday, but it definitely needs to be painted. But I'm gonna ask her a few people around, see if I know who I know, and I can try and find them. But it should be fun, so make sure you tune in tomorrow and Friday. Otherwise, thanks for watching. It's been great. I know it's over now, but it doesn't mean the fun's over forever. It just means it's over until tomorrow, okay? Because I'll be back tomorrow. We'll be doing the Skulls reveal live, because I want to see Bolt Gun 2 is going to come out, or Bolt Gun DLC, which will be very sick. Yeah, no worries. I was going to ask, but then I remembered you probably haven't got them painted. Not to call you out. But it's been fun. It's been emotional. Thank you very much for all your support. Maybe we'll hit the member goal next time. We'll have a marble stream. But otherwise, thanks for watching. I love you all. And hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. How's that sound? Join me tomorrow for the Skulls reveal. The time will be posted on the Discord. Exclamation point Discord in chat. Will it work? Maybe. Join the Discord if you haven't already. Love you all. And I'll catch you next time. Okay? Goodbye now. Goodbye. Bye. Thanks for watching. Love you all. Thanks all 2 viewers for the stream. Thank you. Thank you so much. Bye.